Okay, everyone, welcome back to another reaction episode of House of Cards. Last episode, we saw the main focus to be around Doug Stamper and his road to recovery after getting knocked in the head with a big rock from Rachel in the season 2 finale. And then last episode, we basically saw him working with the doctor and trying to get better. And it seemed like everything was going pretty well for Doug. He was trying to get back to work. Even though Frank kind of ordered him to stay home and focus on his recovery. And then we saw at the end of the episode where he relapsed in probably the oddest way possible, where he called up a prostitute, had her take a syringe filled with bourbon and basically inject it into his mouth. So a lot of craziness going on with Doug, and definitely interested to see what happens with him. Frank, evidently they're going through some struggles. He's not doing too well in the ratings. He's having trouble passing a lot of bills. He doesn't seem to have everyone on the same page with him. So really interested to see what kind of debacles are facing him in this next episode. So without further ado, let's jump right into it.
We need to redefine our party.
Actually, that's what we wanted to discuss. You're right. We do need to redefine the party.
We need to do it with a fresh face.
2016. We don't want you to run.
Oh shit.
You weren't even elected to the office in the first place.
The pardons hurt you. Approvals are low.
We're not casting blame, sir. We
Oh
just
boy.
believe that this is best for the party. You do run, sir. You won't have our support.
Jackie?
Hi, Jackie.
I stand by the rest of the leadership.
That's gotta sting.
Well, this is certainly a lot to think about. Let's table our discussion on America Works for another time. But thank you all for being so forthright. I'll get back to you on this issue a little
Wonder what's going on between Remy and Jackie this season.
We wouldn't want the press to think that we came all the way here for a 5-minute meeting.
Well, that's a very good idea. No raised eyebrows. I'll have some refreshments sent for you into the map room.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Mr. President.
The U.S. military is irrelevant. The current situation in Myanmar
Excuse me, Mrs.
is
Underwood. The U.S. military is irrelevant?
that's not what I said.
You said verbatim the U.S. military is irrelevant.
Well, in the context of, I meant.
Oh god, she's flustered.
There are plenty.
Uh-oh.
I think that's an unfair characterization of what I intended
I am not
to say.
characterizing.
He's really hanging on our
You
words.
said the words, and now you're trying to backpedal
No,
your way
sir,
out of
you're
it.
trying to take
Please
my
don't
words
interrupt
out
me.
of If you will stop interrupting me, I can
No,
explain to you
we
what
asked
I
the
meant.
questions, you answer them.
You're not allowing me to answer the question, Senator. If you could maybe listen instead of grandstanding.
The
Whoa.
position you're being considered for requires calm, cool diplomacy.
He did that on
Concerns me
purpose.
Even more than the military comment is your demeanor. Is this what we're to expect from our ambassador?
He worked her up on purpose. He basically laid a trap and she
Go
stepped
ahead,
into it.
Mrs. Underwood. I'm listening.
I just wanted to apologize if I came across as disrespectful in any way.
He doesn't want to hear it.
Wrong.
I know you didn't mean it, Claire. It's just unfortunate how things are playing out.
Oh yeah, really unfortunate.
You can't vote for me yourself. But I was hoping that maybe you would say something to the effect
To the press.
or even privately.
To your colleagues,
I can't do that.
Senator, the vote should center on my merits, not a few moments where you and I took the gloves off.
Senator, you know you were taking out of context what I said.
Of course I was. I was trying to rile you up, and
I knew it. I knew it.
I wish I hadn't, because it's going to make things really tough for you. But if you can convince my colleagues to change their minds,
Politics. Oh man.
well, you'd make a great ambassador.
Thank you for your time, Senator.
Good luck, Claire.
Admitting that he was trying to rile her up.
He's a son of a
Yeah, that's on hold for the moment.
You're not rolling it out?
It's just on hold.
Something up?
No, everything's fine. We're focused on the summit next month with Russia. But you're good? You getting stronger?
Yeah,
In good spirits?
never been better. I'll email you my ideas. Let me know what he says.
Will do.
Thanks.
They don't want Doug working on anything.
Senator, when we met in your office,
And he
last
doesn't
week,
like
we had a
that.
long, productive conversation. I can't imagine.
I don't blame him.
10
He
seconds
feels
during
left
the
out of the
hearing.
loop.
Senator, may I call you back in 5 minutes?
You know, when Walker resigned, Frank's president. You're chief of staff, but me.
You're still in leadership. Assistant with.
It's a bullshit title. I'm out of the inner circle.
Ah, I see.
His VP.
Jeez.
All we want is a little information. What you're asking is disproportionate.
It's repaying a debt. A big one. I whipped the votes for impeachment. I should get to cash in on that.
There's no way he'll go for this.
Then there's no reason for me to be your eyes and ears.
I mean, I see it from her standpoint. She feels cheated. She did a lot of work.
During business hours.
They're both working the phones.
Scott, we're 18 months out. Now, if you want to be on the ground floor, you gotta shit or get off the pot.
The key is to provide leadership.
I love that
Lead by
expression.
example.
This is like politics at its finest right here.
Taking their cue from you. Is there another number?
How to win friends and influence
It's
people.
important that we speak this evening.
Is he crying? Is Frank crying? Frank doesn't cry. This is a joke. Everyone has their breaking point. We've never seen them get sexual with each other before. I'm not sure if that's what's happening right now. That's what's happening right now. Confirmed. Am I right in that? Like, aside from the threesome that they had with Meacham, we've never seen... This is odd. That turns her on. Seeing him like that. Seeing him in a weakened state turns her on. Okay.
I'm choosing 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Willa?
Up by 2, 48 to 46.
Ma'am, we can finish up later. No. What's next?
The commemoratives. These are really special.
A black egg.
How could she even focus on this right now?
It's still a black egg.
Engraved with POTUS and FLOTUS signatures.
Ma'am, final tally, 52 to 48. Against.
Oh. Damn.
I'll just be a few minutes.
That was bad luck. She grabbed the black egg. Bad luck.
You can't change the laws of physics, can you?
I like the analogies that are always made in the show. It's very clever.
It's too hard. When the wind's blowing a gale force, there's no point in sailing against it.
What do you have in mind?
He's gonna cooperate with him? Obviously, he's thinking ahead. But that would be my guess, is he's gonna cooperate with them and then try to do something later on. Not sure. The fact that she's so stoic
The White House counsel's office.
scares me
I don't care
sometimes.
about their schedules. If not today, tomorrow morning.
Should I invite Jackie too?
I want to be on your team.
Who's this guy she's hooking up with now? Alan Cook?
You have more calls?
No.
Who is this guy?
You've emerged.
Hi.
Hi.
Took a nap. Last night was.
Wow.
Didn't get much sleep.
Very cordial. She's gonna be shocked. I think we're all gonna be shocked.
Yes.
You're a genius.
Yes.
Okay, I'm really curious now.
And my decision is, I will not run for president.
As predicted.
Look, they're thinking it's too good to be true, and it is. I lied in the Oval Office before. I didn't want to take the chance this time. It's too big a deal to jinx myself. At 9 o'clock tonight, I will announce to the nation my decision.
What's the catch?
Everyone knows.
I'm not here to negotiate. You want forward thinking, Bob? Then think forward. You want a fresh face for 2016? You want to work together? Then present my program to Congress. And if it dies there, so be it. But I want us to fucking try.
Holy Christ. Don't reach for the bourbon. So is the bourbon in a syringe, is that like a daily thing now?
Because I will not be seeking the Democratic nomination in 2016.
Leadership didn't want him to run.
Who told you that?
Nobody. But I figured it's the only reason he'd make that speech.
Yeah, Doug's smart.
He's still gonna run though, isn't he?
He says he's not.
I know him better than you ever will, Seth. There's no way he doesn't run.
Doug knows.
Is that why you're here? Because he needs my help now? Probably get some sleep, huh? Big day for the press team tomorrow. You can report back alive and well.
What if it's all over in 18 months?
That's what she's
I
thinking.
don't want to wait or settle for something else when I've put all this work into
I'll do it.
All right, everyone. So that was season 3, episode 2 of House of Cards. So starting right from the beginning, we saw Claire being questioned by Mendoza to see if she would be a good candidate as an ambassador to the UN. And we saw Mendoza, very smart on his part, basically laid a trap. And once Claire said those words, quote unquote, military is irrelevant, he basically hung on him and he riled her up. And to his credit, she took the bait, she stepped in the trap, and ultimately that's what costed her the position, even though it looks like she lost and it was very close. It was like 52-48, if I remember correctly. And fast forwarding to the end of the episode, you can tell that she still wasn't over it. You know, the wheels are turning in her head, and she said to Frank, hey, you know, there's still the possibility that your term could be over in 18 months and you're not going to get reelected. So I still need your help on this. And he agreed. He didn't fight her at all. We're used to them kind of going back and forth and debating, but he simply said, okay, no problem. So that was that storyline. Then we have the storyline with Doug and Seth. So Seth was being asked by Frank to check up on Doug personally, actually to go visit him and just make sure he's doing okay. And, you know, I thought there was some kind of underlying scheme or something that Frank was doing, but based on this episode, it seems like he really does genuinely care about Doug. But who knows? We never know with Frank, right? And I'm a little surprised too. So we also see Doug, he's still relapsing. He's back to the alcohol, and evidently this, you know, bourbon being in the syringe injecting into his mouth is going to be a routinely thing. I'm just surprised that Frank, knowing Doug's alcohol abuse history, that he would just allow him to stay home by himself, not give him any work to do. Like, what is any kind of recovering alcoholic going to do if they have nothing else? You know, there's always that potential that they could relapse. And I think that's what's happening to Doug. Like, he feels useless. He feels kind of like he's being kept in the dark, and he's resorting to alcohol. So maybe, who knows? Maybe that's part of Frank's plan. Maybe he wants him to do that so he has a reason to get rid of him. I don't know. Who knows with Frank? It seems like he's always a step ahead of everyone. So there's always a reason behind what he does. So we'll see what happens with Doug and Seth going forward. Another small note I want to make: who the hell is Jackie's new love interest? This is just some random guy we met this season, I believe. I don't even remember the guy's name, but all of a sudden he's in the picture, and I don't know. Is there gonna be like a love triangle between Remy and Jackie and this new guy now? Not sure, but it seems like the relationship between Remy and Jackie has come and gone. So more to come on that. And then I guess the most important thing that happened this episode was obviously Frank agreeing with the other Democrats and saying, okay, I will not run for president in 2016. However, I want to get your support with AmWorks. He wants to be able to get this underway, have it submitted to Congress or whatever needs to be done. And obviously this is all part of his scheme. I think he just straight up lied to them when he said, I'm not running. I think what he's saying that just so he gets the support with AmWorks, and when AmWorks succeeds, which I'm assuming it will, it'll make Frank look like a genius. He will backstab everyone and say that he's going to be running, and he's going to look great. America's going to love him. because he passed this AmWorks, you know. But I don't know. This is probably far out into the future, and we'll see what happens with that. Lastly, I'm really curious. There's a few I don't know if I call them plot holes, but there's a few things that haven't really been touched on this season, which I'm hoping they will. So Zoe's murder and Lucas's arrest. So they haven't touched on that at all. I'm hoping that storyline is not over and done with. I'm hoping it's going to be revisited, because that would be silly. There was a lot of build up last season with Lucas Goodwin and everyone else, so it'd be really odd if that kind of doesn't come back to life. So we'll see. And then Rachel, what's going on with Rachel? I was hoping we would know where she's at. The last we saw her was in the season 2 finale when she drove off in Doug's car after knocking him out, and we don't know her whereabouts. So just a couple storylines which I'm hoping will come into play later on in this season. With that said, I think I covered most of the key points from this episode. Again, as always, if you guys enjoyed, if you want to see more, I know I'm only popping out one of these a week on average. If I see that there seems to be a lot more popularity with them, like people are commenting and are very active on the videos, I will certainly make an added effort to submit more on a weekly basis. But yeah, if you did enjoy it, definitely like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys next time.